Okay, so you ship a new version of your app, a normal deploy, nothing fancy. The server restarts with a new code, and every single user gets logged out all at once. Nothing was hacked, nothing broke. You just restarted a server. So, why did that log everybody out? And here is the thing, it gets worse when you grow. Real sites do not run on one server. There is a load balancer in front. That box from the last time, spreading requests across a bunch of identical servers. So you log in on server A. Your next click lands on server B. And server B has no idea who you are. Logged out at random. Now the obvious fix is just send each person back to the same server that knows them, right? Hold that thought because that obvious fix is a trap. And the real answer is kind of opposite of what it sounds like. The trick is to make your servers forget you on purpose. So, why is forgetting the goal, not the bug? Let's build it properly. So, first question, what actually got lost when the server restarted? That word, state, at high level. State is just remembered information that changes what happens on your next request. User 42 is logged in. This cart has 3 items. This upload is 60% done. If the next request depends on something the last one set up, that remembered thing is state. And where was it living? In that one server's RAM. Its working memory. Fast, easy, and gone the instant the server restarts. So when you deployed, the new process started with an empty memory. And every user 42 is logged in note just vanished. Now, stateless. It sounds like the server has no memory, which sounds broken. But that is not it. A stateless server can use all the memory it wants while it is handling one request. Stateless only means it does not rely on the memory still being there for the next request. And important part, this is about the app server's private RAM only. The database can hold state, Redis can hold state. All of that is fine. We are only saying do not trap the user state inside one app's server's memory. And HTTP itself is stateless. The protocol carries nothing from one request to the next. We saw that. But stateless is not sessionless, right? We still stay logged in. We just rebuild the session on every request from the clue the browser carries back. So the only question left is where does the state behind that clue actually live? So, stateless does not mean no memory. It means do not rely on this server's memory surviving to the next request. The bug in our story is simple. We kept the state stuck inside one machine. The fix is going to sound backwards. The server has to be happy to forget. Okay, so the obvious fix. If server B does not know user 42, just make sure user 42 always goes back to server A. The one that does. And load balancers can do exactly this. It is called a sticky session. The balancer pins you to one server and keeps sending you there. Affinity, they call it. And it works for a while. But think about what we just did. We glued user 42 state back onto one specific machine. So, what happens when server A dies? And servers do die. If that session lived only in A's RAM, every user pinned to A is logged out at once, while B and C are sitting right there, healthy, empty. We are back to the exact problem we started with. And even when nothing dies, the load gets lumpy. Let's say a few heavy users all land on A. They are stuck on A, so A redlines while B and C are basically idle. You bought a load balancer to spread load evenly and then told it, actually do not. And AWS documents this themselves. With stickiness, the load goes uneven and they hand you a manual rebalancing button to fix it. That itself is the smell, right? And the one from our cold open. Every deploy to ship new code, you take server A down for a moment. But A is holding a pile of sessions in its RAM. So draining it locks those people out. You cannot redeploy quietly. So, sticky sessions are a band aid. They reglue the state to a machine, which is the exact thing we needed to not do. To be fair, sometimes you are forced into it. A live connection, like a chat socket, lives on one server, so it is naturally sticky. But for plain login state, it is not a fix. It is the same problem, glued back on. So here is the move, and it is almost annoyingly simple. Take the state out of the servers, put it on one shared store, one place all the servers can reach, a database, or often something like Redis. But honestly, the name does not matter. What matters is it is one shared place everyone can read. We saw this exact thing last video, the session store. Now watch what changes. The servers are all empty and identical. A request comes in with the ticket ABC123 and it does not matter which server catches it. Server B just looks up ABC123 in the shared store and gets user 42. So does A, so does C. The load balancer can go back to just balancing. No stickiness. Any server, any request, same answer. That is the whole thing. Is it free? No, nothing is. Instead of reading its own memory, the server now has to take one hop out to the store and back. But that is the trade of this whole video. A tiny bit of latency, one quick lookup. For a server that holds nothing and can therefore be thrown away. Cheap price, huge payoff. And yes, the store is now a thing you have to keep alive. We moved the hard part, we did not delete it. So that answer is 1. Look it up. But there is a second way to be stateless, also from the last time, and the server holds even less. Instead of looking anything up, the browser carries the signed fact it needs, right there in the request. Who you are, that you are logged in a JWT. The server just validates the token and reads the claims. No store, no lookup. It holds nothing at all. Bigger requests and you cannot easily cancel one. But truly nothing on the server. So, two real answers, and it is the same choice as login. Look it up in a shared store or carry it in the token. Either way, the state does the same thing. It relocates off the individual server. That is the whole point only. Okay, so we did all this work to make the servers forget you. Why is that good? Because a server that holds nothing about you is a server you can throw away. And that one property, disposable, is where all the good stuff comes from. Need more capacity? Just add servers. A new one shows up empty, points at the same store, and starts taking traffic almost immediately. Because there is no user state to copy over, nothing session specific to warm up. This is what people mean by scaling out horizontally. More boxes, not a bigger box. That is a whole video by itself next time. Remember our cold open, the deploy that locked everyone out? Gone. Now you update the servers one at a time. Take A down. Its user just get served up by B and C, who look everything up in the same store. Nobody notices. That is a rolling deploy with zero downtime. The disaster we opened with just does not happen anymore. And if a server just dies at 3 am, the load balancer notices it, stopped answering, and routes around it. No lost sessions, no page, nobody woken up. And that is an actual phrase people use. Cattle, not pets. A pet server is Bob the mail server. It has a name. And if Bob gets sick, everyone drops what they are doing. Cattle are numbered. Server 1 to 100. Identical. And if one falls over, you replace it and move on. That is the word, right? Every server is replaceable. Stateless servers are cattle, which is the reframe of this whole thing. A stateless server is not a forgetful server. It is an interchangeable one. And you did not delete the memory, you just moved it out. So, should every app server be built this way as much as possible? The system still keeps state, of course. Databases, object storage, we just keep it out of the replaceable servers. One honest edge, a live connection like a chat socket, is stuck to one server while it is open. That is fine. You keep the connection there. But push the shared state, like who is online, out to the store. Connection local, coordination global. But the core idea is just three moves. The server forgets it holds nothing about you between requests. So the state has to relocate out to a shared store or into a signed token you carry. And once it is out, every server becomes replaceable. Add one, kill one, deploy over one, and nobody gets locked out. So that is the whole reframe. Stateless was never about the app having no memory. It is a property of the server, not the system. The system remembers you perfectly. The memory just moved to a place built to hold it. So the servers themselves could become cheap, identical, and disposable. Forgetting on purpose is what lets you scale. Which raises the obvious next question. Okay, the servers are disposable now. So how many do we run? And do we go wider or bigger? That is scaling vertical versus horizontal. And it is the next video. See you there.